welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and we're back with another one of our News 24/7 videos. As always, we start these with the headline news, and the headline news has come from Fraser Gilligan, otherwise Fraser Fletcher of Team Talk. He says that Arsenal are keen on Everton midfielder Amadou Onana and have weighed up the possibility of bringing him in this month. Um, he then goes on to add that he understands Arsenal are not the only top six side looking at Onana. A number of the big boys are ready to pounce should the opportunity arise. One to watch as the month goes on. Um, he then also went on to say that Everton maintain interest in Leeds forward Wilfried Gnonto, as continuously reported since October. One to watch as the month goes on. I think one to watch might be his "Here We Go" from Fabrizio Romano. Um, yeah, Onana will like Gerard Brantwaite. Onana will be linked with a move away till he moves for the entirety of his Everton career. Now, people are aware he's a good player. He will be linked with moves away till he goes. We've been down this road before, haven't we? You get a good player at Everton, and as soon as they've had one good season, it's he'll leave Everton. He'll leave Everton this summer. He'll leave this rent window. He'll leave. He'll leave. He'll leave. He will eventually leave, probably, almost likely. So will Gerard Brantwaite. But we've just got this to look forward to till they do. You know, they will, they won't they? Onana, listen, I think he's a fantastic player. Someone asked me the other day about his worth. If the world where Lavia is going for like 60 odd million, I don't see why you can't ask for more from Onana. I'm not too sure how many games Lavia's played, but Onana has played a lot of games the last season, and is it 2 seasons, season and a half, for Everton. Been a vital player in the last 2 seasons for us as well. The only, he's a player that has a lot of strengths, not just his physical strength, but a lot of technical ability as well. The only downsides I have to his game currently is his shooting ability and his heading ability. For a lad who's 6 foot, over 6'5", his heading is not all there. It's not quite, it's not quite Marouane Fellaini, who had a head that it just bounced off that afro and went in. So yeah, but he is a fantastic player. He's, one of our higher progressive passers in the team. He really can ping the ball forward as well as contributing defensively. I don't see why Everton can't, sort of ask for 60 odd million. I also think that while he's a very good player, he might be more replaceable for Sean Dyche. Not quite for the Onana role, but I think if we got 60, 70 million, I think Sean Dyche could find a midfielder that suits his system for lower. Um, if that makes any sense. A Dyche midfielder, I think he will find it doesn't have to be Onana or in the category of Onana. So I think he'll be okay with that. The money would give us, I think, until the takeover is either done, not done, or whatever. I think the only money we will spend is the money we earn. Um, so what's left of the Onana money after it's gone all around the houses will be what's left to spend on transfers. Ideally, though, I'd like to just wait till the summer. Unless we're really having Arsenal's pants down, just wait till the summer when we're safe, spend it, and then start rebuilding. If you get rid of him now, um, it's like what we're already a week into January. It's 3 weeks then to find it a replacement. Whereas if you sell him first week of the summer, you've got like what is it, like a month and a half, I think it is. Opens August, closes September 30th. There's nearly like 2 months to find his replacement. And looking at the stats from a full last season instead of looking at half. So I would keep hold and sell him in the summer. We also have that Everton are interested in a move for Hearts striker Lawrence Shankland. The 28-year-old Scottish forward has scored 18 goals so far this season. Burnley, Sheffield, Crystal Palace, Southampton, Celtic, Hull City, Middlesbrough are also linked. This has come via Graham Bailey he was a strategic and operational head of football, and also does the transfers for HITC football. So yeah, interesting. Not really heard of Shankland an awful lot. Um, I'm not opposed if he's good enough to get him from the Scottish League. We've got players before from the Scottish League who've done very well for us. Nathan Patterson is the last one we got from the Scottish League, I believe. But the last striker was Stephen Naismith, who was a fantastic footballer on his day. A player I really enjoyed watching growing up. Yeah, I really enjoyed him. So, if he's anything, if he's got a whiff of Naismith, then fantastic. But listen, it's pretty obvious that if we are, it's interesting it's striker news because the annual Batshuayi link came out the other day as well. Um, Interesting that we're looking at strikers. At the minute, we've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Chimiti, and Beto. So yeah, very interesting indeed. Maybe he's looking for a more defensive forward that can play just behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin in that Decore role. We'll have to wait and see. We also have the news that Talleres is Roman Sousa's agent. So Talleres is Roman Sousa's agent, Daniel Campas, has been talking about Sousa's future. He said, I was in England. I spoke with the sports director of Everton. There is no formal offer yet. We will see we will see if this can move forward. This has come via Wilson Gonzalez Bronce, who is think an independent. I can't. My Portuguese isn't very or Spanish isn't very good. But he's a sports journalist for ABC Cardinal. I've not heard an awful lot about this player either. We really are looking off the beaten track, um, which is good. I'm not knocking that, by the way. It's about time Everton start doing what like a Brighton do and getting these unearthed gems. If they end up being unearthed gems. Yeah, I can't say an awful lot because I don't know all about him, but it should be an interesting one to watch. I think he's a left winger, so if Dwight McNeil's out, that might kick Everton up the backside into getting this done. Again, though, all these caveated with, I don't know if we're going to spend money when we're in the midst of a takeover, which nicely leads me on to the next bit of news. 777 owned Genoa risk a points penalty after missing another deadline over a tax issue. It would be their second points penalty in just over a year. That's come from Gazzetta Italy. Yeah, that's what you need, isn't it? After having just had a points deduction for financial fair play from your previous owners running the club poorly, your potential new owners have run one of their clubs that poorly that they're facing their second point deduction in a year. Um, it's Everton in it. You can't write it, but I sincerely hope that these don't pass the tests from the Premier League and somebody else comes in. Because these look like the more you hear about them every week, even in their portfolio, you just think gang of chances. Don't want them in part of Everton Football Club. We also have the news that broke from Everton that they have appealed the red card given against Dominic Calvert-Lewin in last night's 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup third round. If you've seen it, you'll know it wasn't a red. Parsons told him to look at it. Kavanagh's absolutely bottled it and give it. I'm sure Pawson has had a number of incidents recently with us, and Chris Kavanagh definitely has. It's not a great look, lads. I'm not surprised we're appealing it. I'd love us to be in the position that our neighbours are in, where Jurgen Klopp can just come out and demand referees don't ref their games and unface penalties, don't face any penalty for it. I know people were like going, "Oh, I'm a bit annoyed that Deitch never went for blood." I get why he never, to be honest. I know managers do get away with it, but you can just tell Sean Dyche slates the referees. Then all of a sudden, the PGMO will do a. Referees have been, facing a lot of criticism lately that we feel is unfair. To protect our referees, we're now taking serious action, suspension. And then there's Sean Dyche in the stands for 3 games, which does us no favours. It wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility. In all honesty, it would more than likely be a fine. But even so, why take the risk? Just we know what the situation is. Let's just try our best to overcome it. And also, finally, Everton will face Crystal Palace at Goodison Park on the 17th of January at 7:45 in the replay of the FA Cup third round. Obviously, we play Villa on the 14th, I believe. These on the 17th, and then whoever we have afterwards, our next game is then like the end of January. So nice break between this and the end game. Not so much of a nice break between Villa and these again. But yeah, that's all we've got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below your thoughts. I look forward to reading them. See you soon.